I saw a video of myself this morning, and it was one of my exercise videos, and I realized how my face had no freckles, but of course my chest does. And I was a freckle-faced kid, so I'm going to tell you the process I went through to get rid of freckles and pretty much all age spots from my face. Hi, I'm Glory B, and this is Glory B TV, a lifestyle channel for mature women who want to look fabulous, feel amazing, and age gracefully. Well, I was doing one of my exercise videos today. I have two abs videos. One is for beginners and one is a little more intermediate. And at the beginning of the one for intermediate, I looked at my face compared to my chest, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's like I have no freckles on my face and they're all on my chest. But I was a freckle-faced kid, and hopefully I can find some pictures to post here that I have saved and digitized where I can show you I had freckles on my face. And I know when I was like 10 or 11, I was trying that whole lemon juice thing, getting a sticky face, trying to get rid of freckles. Now, the thing is, those of us who did that back in the 60s and 70s, we weren't too far from the truth because, of course, lemons have vitamin C. I started using vitamin C serum on my skin and decided to take the long haul, and because a lot of the harsher things just don't work well on my skin. They do it first and then they don't. So trying the vitamin C was, I think, one of my game changers after using sunscreen, like a full spectrum UVA blocking, UVB blocking sunscreen. I would say that was my number one and my first big change in my skincare that really made a difference for me, which I didn't start using till I was about 35. So it's never too late to start. It really isn't. Even if you're already in your 50s or I'm 62 at this time since I'm doing this video. And then in the video clip from the abs video, I was 61. So before I go into some ideas for you, I just want to tell you too that you can get 3 pages of my best anti-aging tips for free. Go to gloryb-tv.com/get-tips. And on that page, you'll type your email address, click the Get My Tips button, and you'll get the tips. I have recipes for you that are anti-aging. I have skincare for you that's anti-aging in this 3 pages of tips. So definitely go get that. I'll have the link for it if you just want to tap a link or click a link in the description box below the video. And then I'm so glad I tell people how to do this, because getting to the description box is easier on a computer, but on a phone or on a tablet, it's a little tricky. So if you're on a phone or some other mobile device, to open the description box, go below the video, and on the right side, you'll see a little V. Tap the little V, that opens the description box. So now, since I made that little clip, now you have to go down and there's another word. It says more. So they shortened it, and you have to tap the word more to open up the description box fully. And then you can go down and you can find the link to my Get Tips and just go directly instead of typing that whole glorybtv.com/get-tips. If you're watching on a computer, go below the video, and on the left side, you'll see the word show more. Click those words, show more, and that opens a description box. And everything will be listed there today that I'm talking about. All of the products I'm going to tell you about that you can go explore, and all the makeup that I'm wearing today. All right, so let's get to the vitamin C serum. So there are a lot of vitamin C serums out in the market today. They're not all equal. So I divide them into the ones that really work. I like something that's vitamin C plus a little vitamin E in it, and even ferulic acid if you can find it. And then out of all of those, I prefer either a 15% vitamin C concentration or 20%. Mostly I use 20, and that has been good for me. It hasn't been too harsh, but of course you can always start slowly. So then out of those good ones that are going to work for you, then I look at price, right? So there's no reason to pay through the nose for something like this. So I'm going to tell you about two, and then I have a DIY video where you can make your own, you can do it yourself. So let's start with the first brand that I started using and have had a lot of success with it, and that's Timeless. Now, they used to put it in a bottle like this. Now they put it into different packaging, and what I'm going to link below is on Amazon, because so many people do have access to Amazon. If you're outside of the United States, you're going to have to check your own country's Amazon page and look for Timeless. It's then I'll have the name below. So they call it 20% C plus E plus ferulic acid serum. So basically it's your vitamin C serum in 20%. If you buy it and you're not going to use it right away, make sure you put it in the refrigerator, because it will break down over time. And once it breaks down and won't work really well, it starts to turn color, because it should be clear, completely clear. If it starts to turn amber or yellow or orange, it's breaking down. So I think one time with both of the companies that I'm going to tell you about, I had some that turned orangey like too quickly. And so I contacted the company in both cases and they sent me a new bottle. So it shouldn't do that in a short period of time. If I buy a 1 ounce bottle, I can put it right in my medicine cabinet without refrigerating it. If I buy it ahead of time, I refrigerate it until I'm ready to open, and I'll use it. I use it twice a day now. But you can use it once a day to start with and see how your skin reacts, and just let your skin get used to it. Now, the other brand, the one I'm using right now, is from Dermatology. Same thing. It's vitamin C, vitamin E, and ferulic acid. They call C, E, and F. Now, with this one, you'll see a different price point, and you'll want to use my link, because when you use my link, you automatically get 20% off. Sometimes they have a 30% off sale. You just have to maybe get on their email list and check that. But if you're just going to buy it when they don't have a special 30% off sale, you want to use my link to get your 20% off on everything you buy. So this one is just as good as the Timeless from Dermatology. Then the third one, this is my little bottle. I think I bought this bottle at Whole Foods where they had Cobalt bottles. You can buy Cobalt bottles at Amazon as well. So I make my own. Now, a few years ago, I made a video on vitamin C serum, but then I made an updated video. So that's a video I'm going to link, because in that one, I used a different form of vitamin C that I think does a better job at dissolving, because it does come as a powder. And I show you the whole thing of how to make it. And you're only going to make a little bit, and it's really, really inexpensive. It doesn't cost much. So I'm a little more free with it. Now, obviously, since I still have the freckles here, I don't put it on my chest. So what I've been doing morning and night, this is empty, but I put a little bit in my hand. I take my 2 fingers and swirl it around and put it on my whole face. Then whatever's left over on my hand, I put on my neck. And then I don't put it on my chest. I also don't put sunscreen on my chest. I'm not in the habit of doing it. And so thus, I've got the freckles that I grew up with. I've got the age spots here. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to use vitamin C serum, and even if you're not, you've got to use sunscreen. A full spectrum UVA, UVB blocking sunscreen. And if you're just going to pick one, the ones that are on Paula's Choice are fantastic. I've been using hers for years. I prefer the one they call physical or mineral, and where the active ingredients are titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. I only use it in the morning. It's the last thing I apply. So let's go back to the serums. In the morning, I'll wash my face, and then the first serum I apply is the C serum. If I'm using some other serum from either Dermatology or Timeless, like a hyaluronic acid type serum, then I put that on. Just a couple drops, not much, because you don't want to goop it on. And then I'll do my sunscreen in the morning. At night, I wash my face. I might even do a double cleanse to make sure all the makeup's off. Then I do my C serum. Then I do whatever serum I'm using. And then I'll put on some kind of night cream. Right now I'm using a Dermatology peptide. I like their Dermatology peptide night cream because it has 5 peptides in it. Usually night creams, you just find 2 or 3 peptides. It's not a super thick emollient cream, but it doesn't need to be because it's got all these peptides in it. Let's go back to the sunscreen. So when I say physical mineral sunscreen, like I said, it's titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. If you see active ingredients and the words and an ATE, 8, all kinds of products and ingredients and an ATE, those are chemical sunscreens. Not my favorite, especially to use on my face. So I just need a little bit. Yes, the zinc oxide puts a whitish cast on your skin, but it goes away. So if you don't wear makeup, it goes away. Just wait 15 minutes, it'll go away. But if you wear makeup, your makeup's covering that anyway. And I don't care. And you know, do you see a whitish cast on my skin now? No. And I'm not wearing much foundation. I'm wearing a little bit foundation, but not a whole lot. And I'm not wearing foundation on my neck. I take the brush and I brush it down a little bit to feather it out. And obviously I'm not wearing foundation on my chest. So probably when I was 35 and started using sunscreen, and when I started using vitamin C, I should put it on my chest. But this way you can see, this would have been my face, okay? This is what my face skin would have looked like if I didn't start using C serum and sunscreen. So very important. Check the ingredients below. Do some exploring. Take the slow method. Now, here's what I was going to say. Yeah, I'm using this twice a day, morning and night. But when you start it, I suggest you use it morning only and 3 days a week. And do that for 2 weeks. And if your skin's good to go and looking good, again, you're going to be using a sunscreen, please promise me you will. Then go to like 4 days a week or maybe 5 and do that for a week. Till you're doing it every morning, 7 days a week, okay? And do that for a month. And then if you're good to go with that and you feel like using it twice a day, then use it morning and night. But that way you're easing your skin into it instead of introducing it too fast. And the other thing I suggest is when you're trying a new product like that, don't introduce more than 1 product at a time, because if you have a reaction, you won't know which product you reacted to. I've made that mistake before. Then I have to eliminate all the new things and introduce them one at a time like I should have. It's just a best practice. So after you check out the ingredients and the different products below in the description box, and you checked all these out, and you check out my DIY to say, you know, do you want to make it your own? And in that video's description box, I have all the ingredients and things that I show you that I use to make it. Then go check out one of my other videos by tapping its image on the right side of your screen. I'll even put the vitamin C serum one there, and I'll see you in the next video.